Well, here we are for the second part of the... well, basically the finale of this chapter of the Hildebrand Adventures. Look, there we have Gilgamesh, who we discovered was actually posing as Yojimbo. Here we have... it was just in the nick. Or before the nick, I should say. Nashi Makaraka. Oh, we did it! We saved Shigure! And now it's time for Hildebrand. Shigure wants answers now, or he wants them eventually. What ho, Shigure? Over here! My friends, I cannot thank you enough. Had you not arrived when you had, I would not be standing before you now. You will forgive me for dispensing with further expressions of gratitude. For I have just returned from the jail where I spoke with the wolf burglar, who shared with me some rather troubling information. Do not keep us in suspense, my good man. What is it? Not long after we delivered the wolf burglar into the custody of the Segumi, Master Akebono stormed into the jail and began berating the turnkey, demanding that they return the stolen contents of his safe. You may recall that we spoke with Master Akebono concerning this theft shortly after we first met. He was rather secretive regarding said contents at the time, but the wolf burglar said it was an unmarked satchel filled with white powder. Given Master Akebono's reputation as a purveyor of medicines, our chivalrous thief resolved to steal it for the benefit of the poor and needy, as is his wont. However, since there was nothing to identify what manner of medicine it was, the wolf burglar decided to hold on to it for safekeeping. Plainly. However, it was no ordinary medicine, for else why would Master Akebono clamor for it so? My keen inspector's sense is tingling. Where's this satchel now? In the possession of the men and women of the waterways. They will not admit this, however, unless we give them the proper password. As above, so below. Understood. Let us hasten to their den of iniquity. Iniquity, there we go. Boom. Oops. And everyone just walks off. And of course I jump down. A fine hideaway this is, away from the prying eyes with local constabulary. Somehow I doubt they'll ever consider me a friend. I'm no good with dark places. Too easy to trip and bump your noggin. Hello there, Koji. Another fine evening in the water. Enjoying another fine evening in the waterways? I knew you lot would turn up sooner or later. Didn't expect you to be bringing along another unfamiliar face, though. No matter, I like the cut of his jib. So, what are you after this time? A certain satchel, containing a certain white powder which once belonged to a certain merchant. The wolf burglar told me you have it. If he did, then he'd have told you the magic words, too. Just with the horse, they are... soar high above and never go low. Call me, take me, no, this is no time for fun and games, Inspector. As above, so below. Aye, that's it. Nothing personal, but we gotta be careful. I'll go with it while it rose blooms. Damned if I know what it is, but my gut tells me it's nothing no honest man wouldn't keep locked in a safe. That said, a suspicious powder is far from incontrovertible proof of criminal misdeeds. We need to first determine what it is. Any ideas how we might do so? Seeking the assistance of a Hunnish alchemist or someone versed in their alchemical traditions. Perhaps someone at the Favnarian consulate. Brilliant minds think alike, for I too reached that conclusion but a moment ago. To the Favnarian consulate, my friends. Here, you can't simply go and bang on the gates of a foreign consulate and expect to... Oh, never mind. Here we go. Molnith. It's all rather sudden, I realize, but to reiterate, it is of the utmost importance that we speak with your superiors. To reiterate, have you lot an appointment or not? Not as such, no? And my hands, they are tied. There are procedures, samurai, and much paperwork. No exceptions can be made. Under normal circumstances, I would agree. It is a matter of public safety and welfare. Surely an exception can be made. What ho, young Manderville man? Father! What brings you to the far side of the world? A complex series of events too exhausting to detail. Of greater importance is what brings us to the consulate. You see, we must needs enlist the assistance of a Harnish alchemist, one with the encyclopedic knowledge of Harnish reagents. How fortunate then that we should chance to meet. I'm a representative of the Sejatra concern of Radzatan. Should you not the name? We trade in all manner of alchemical goods. If your quandary requires the expertise of one versed in such wares, pray permit me to assist you. Indeed, to aid the son of Lord Godbert Manderville and his comrades would be an honor most great. That is most generous of you. Far be it from us to refuse. Perhaps a change of venue is in order. I say, let us not impose upon these hardworking keepers of the peace any longer. Is that so? This powder, it is most fascinating. An ingredient of Harnish origins, this is true, but not one intended for medicinal purposes. Dangerous purposes, rather. And for this reason, its sale is forbidden. In the hands of a master alchemist, it could be used to create Dewprism. I'm sorry, Dewprism? A most powerful drug. A mere thimbleful is enough to befuddle the senses, and render even the most strong-willed subject susceptible to any and all commands. You may be assured that this is not an exaggeration. Resistance is, most regrettably, quite futile. Undetectable it is, save for the occasional glimmer in the eyes. A changing of the color, fleeting and impossible. By the kami, I have seen such a glimmer before. Are you quite sure it was not a trick of the light? I saw it too. Master Komode was being manipulated. Well deduced, my faithful assistant and undying fan. I was just about to voice the same conclusion. Well, if what you say is true, then a most terrible crime has been committed. Evidence must be gathered, and those responsible must be punished. It all makes sense now. Why would the chief coin counter at Sekisegumi press so strongly to end an investigation into a modest merchant? Because he drugged him during their meeting. At last, we have motive, means, and opportunity. Come, let us put an end to this once and for all. Oh, there goes Hildebrand. How wonderful it is to see Hildy's infectious enthusiasm and inspire others to rise to the occasion once more. Well then, do not let me detain you. Thank you, Mr. Manderville. To the Rakuza district. And because we are about to do an arrest, where is a fitting outfit? I'm gonna go with this outfit. I'm gonna use this gear. Hildebrand? Open up! Akebono! We call on you to come forth and answer for your dastardly deeds! Doesn't seem like anybody's home, does it? Wherever could he possibly be? Huh? That's impossible. Ha! Thought you'd seen the last of me, did you? As if I'd content myself sitting in a jail when I could escape on a whim while you lot bungle your chance to bring my nemesis to justice. And by escaping on someone else's watch, no one can pin the blame on you this time, eh? Wouldn't want a repeat of before. Don't tell me this was your plan all along. To secure my freedom so we could expose Akebono's crimes together. And reclaim the Soboro Sukahiro into the bargain. Aye. This is no small undertaking. And I knew I'd need all the help I can get. Now that we're all on the same page, let us be on our way. The bastard's bound for the Isle of Beko, off to meet his silent partner, I'm told. Capital. If we hurry, perhaps we can beat Akebono to the punch. Oh? He may be an idiot, but he's got the right idea. There is no time to waste. Isle of Beko. Very well. If that's the way the winds are blowing, let no one say I don't also blow. You shouldn't say that. And that's not what you... That's not what is meant. I Lobeko, go to Tamamizu. This is the place, I am sure of it. All we have to do is wait. Father? Hidakami. Could it be that the inspector's father's in league with Akebono? Don't be daft. Look closer. As always, your discretion in these matters is greatly appreciated. As is yours, Master Akebono. Now, to the matter at hand, the Dewprism. It has served you well. Met your expectations, I trust. Exceeded them, I could say. Never in my wildest dreams could I have imagined a drug so powerful, so effective. Tasteless, odorless, colorless. The chief coin counter had no idea his drink had been compromised. He's already proven to be a most useful tool in manipulating the Sekisegumi. More than worth the regular upkeep to keep him in my thrall. Now that the Soboro Sukihiro is back where it belongs, I can set my sights on much bigger prices. The Bugyo-sho, perhaps. I straight Akebono. Why not? All Kugane is mine for the taking. You are more than right than you know, Master Akebono. For I come bearing a gift courtesy of Manderville and Manderville, a most illustrious Eorzean consortium of which you have doubtless heard. Their resources are considerable, and their influence extends far beyond the borders of Aldenar. But all their wealth pales in comparison to what I present to you now. As we discussed, Lord Godbert, you will serve Master Akebono faithfully and without question, will you not? But of course. Oh. Kami forfend. He's under the influence of Dewprism. Nashu's the light, now! Wait, you fool! Now's not the time! Father, 'tis I, your beloved son Hildebrand. Hearken to me, these men are villains! You are being deceived! The inspector arrives, as I knew he would. Doubtless your friends are cowering and hiding. Just as well. In one fell swoop we shall bring an end to this farce. I call upon Eorzea's most fearsome of goldsmiths. I call upon the hammer. Go forth and lay waste to these interlopers. Uh-oh. Guys, I think we ought to run. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh dear. He's taking his clothes off. Big hammer. Oh boy, that's a hyper combo. But why are we free sped? Well. Bring it on, Godbert Manderville. Magnificent. Finish them all. Finish everyone. Did Godbert just... Wow. It falls to you, Hildebrand Helidor Maximilian Manderville. Forgive me, father, but you know not what you do. You are a man. Ah, yes. Jumping back to the season 1 situation. Even earlier in season 1. And of course, that moment. Wow, they really were wrestling. Oh, there we go. Little baby Hildebrand. Manderville, lad! Father aboard! Spare me, or reverse Manderville meteor strike! Again, Godbert? Phew, and I'm spent. What happened here? I believe you happened, sir. Well, this is all very embarrassing. Very embarrassing indeed. 1,000 pardons to you all for my rather excessive display of martial prowess. Oh, and it should go without saying, but Manderville and Manderville will be severing all ties with the Sajatra concern. Rejoice, my friend, for we have reclaimed the Sobro Tsukihiro once more. How fortunate that Dastardly Akebana would be so loath to set it aside once that he would rather bring it with him to a secret rendezvous. A final favor, if you'll indulge me. Lay it at my father's grave. Right then, I suppose you'll be wanting me to get back to the jail. Regardless of the reasons, a crime is a crime, and mine are many. And an upstanding Segumi like yourself must adhere to a code, no? Indeed I must, which is why it will be with much regret that I inform my superiors I've seen neither hide nor hair of the notorious wolf burglar. You sure about this? Not if you ask me again. Go to your father. Shigure has the right of it. You should be the one to bring your father's spirit and the comfort and closure it deserves. You're mad. Each and every one of you. Even the samurai. And I love you all the more for it. Thank you. To hold fast to a righteous creed, yet recognize when too rigid an adherence would result in the greater injustice. Truly, I am privileged to have witnessed this display of nuanced nobility. Would not like the burglar I might find a measure of peace in mourning my own dearly departed. Oh, Enkidu, if only you knew how sorry I am. Oh, look, there's a green chicken again. Enkidu, but how? Then what was it I ate that fateful day? Fools, you think this is the end? I think not. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Huzzah! You belong to me now, Ronin. Now spirit me away from this place. Far, far, far away. Far, far, far away. Greg, no! Cease your egress! Beyond the rift that lies between two wondrous worlds yet unseen. Wait, no, how dare you? To get worse before it gets better. Wait for me, Inspector. Whoa! Well. Oh, there he goes, my beloved son. Not content to fly off into the sky as before, this time he elects to take his leave by vanishing into the earth. Brief though our time was together, I cannot deny how much he has grown. Both as an inspector extraordinaire and a Manderville man besides. I say, a father could not be more proud. Now. And off goes Lord Godbert, along with Akebono. I should thank him for that. Nothing left for us but to follow them back to Kugane, I suppose. Are you ready? Good, then let us be off. Da 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 da. Because we don't have Because Hildebrand and Nashu are gone, I'm gonna wear this. I'm gonna have my wall wear this real quick. I cannot even begin to imagine where I would be had I never crossed paths with you and your comrades. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you for everything. The Segisegumi have concluded that even before the chief coin counter fell under Akebono's thrall, he willingly and enthusiastically conspired with the merchant to illicit ends, and so he will be held to account. As for Akebono and his now defunct enterprise, the Favnarian consulate has agreed to intercede on behalf of its countrymen to broker a more equitable arrangement between Harnish suppliers and Hingan merchants. All agree that another monopoly would serve no one's interests, regardless of their motivations, even if their actions put more medicine in the hands of the sick and needy. Then I think it's safe to call it a change for the better, don't you? The best part, if you ask me, in light of Akebono's crimes, all debts owed to him by those forced to pay his exorbitant prices will be wiped clean. There was a time when I might not have thought as much, good and evil, the innocent and the criminal. It all seemed so simple in the abstract. But out here in the real world, life is anything but. You and the inspector helped me to understand how naive I was. You taught me to look beyond appearance and hearsay, and not to be too quick to judge a man for his misdeeds. If I am worthy of the Segisegumi, it is because of you and him. Ah, speaking of which, what exactly did become of Inspector Hildebrand? Do you think we ought to do something? Conduct a search, or... Oh, so this is a regular occurrence, is it? Fair enough. If you are certain that he will turn up eventually, none the worse for wear. Then I shall take your word for it and strike all worry from my mind. Should that fateful day ever come that you and he are reunited once more, I but ask that you give him my best regards. I would say the same for the wolf burglar, but I wonder what he is doing now. Paying his respect to his father. What becomes of a man after death I do not know, but I should like to believe that this father rests more easily this day. Shigure! This is no time to dawdle. Your duties are far from finished. Yes, forgive me, right away. I must take my leave, but whenever you are passing through Kugane, I pray you do not hesitate to call on me here at the barracks. There he goes. You've learned the Manderville Mambo. There he is. Hildebrand will return.